Today is Wednesday, September the 4th, 2019. You're listening to episode 38 of the Geelong Region Soccer News Nightly Bulletin, powered by Community Sports Media Services. Tonight's bulletin is proudly brought to you by Hello World Travel Geelong West. This is what's making news headlines on the Geelong Region football scene. More than 100 junior and senior players turned up to trial for the Victoria Country Rep squad, as well as for selection in the inaugural senior squads of the new Rep Futsal Club for the Geelong region, the Geelong United Futsal Club, on Monday night. Western United officials have expressed their disappointment in not being able to play last night's friendly against the North Geelong Warriors in Geelong due to the lack of an adequate A-League standard facility available to host the FFA-sanctioned match. Geelong Rangers will be staging a very special and emotional kick-off for Sophia Day this coming Saturday at Myers Reserve in remembrance of young Sophia Gall, a member of the Rangers family whose life was tragically cut short by cancer at the tender age of just 16 years. And finally, Football Victoria has advised the Geelong Region clubs that the timings for the 2019 Geelong Region Grand Final Series have now been confirmed. But first up, here's a word from this week's main sponsor.
Hello there. Yes, you. Are you ready to say hello to the world? Well, let us here at Hello World Travel Geelong West show you the way. Hi, I'm Paul O'Neill, the owner and manager of Hello World Travel Geelong West. For all things travel, Hello World Travel Geelong West welcomes you, and we look forward to assisting you with your next journey. If it's assistance you need with airfares, hotels, tours, cruises, package holidays, family holidays or honeymoons, the team at Hello World Travel Geelong West are here to help. We take all the stress out of your holiday planning and leave you nothing else but to wait for the big day to enjoy your holidays. Plus, we can arrange packages for most European soccer football leagues, including the English Premier League, Serie A, La Liga and the Champions League. How good does that sound? No, how great does that sound? Why not give us a call on 5221 3611 or pop into our store at Shop 1, 226 Packington Street, Geelong West. You can also like us on Facebook or Instagram at Hello World Travel Geelong West. Hello World Travel Geelong West are your local travel professionals. Hello World Travel, we're the travel professionals.
And now for the news. More than 100 junior and senior players turned up on Monday night at Cardinia International College to trial for the Victorian Country Rep squad for the Nationals in Sydney early next year, as well as for selection in the inaugural senior squads of the new representative futsal club for the region, the Geelong United Futsal Club. It was a fantastic turnout for the trials for the national tournament to be held in Sydney in January, with Australian Futsal Association officials blown away by the talent on show across all ages. According to AFA's Victorian Technical Director Corey Smith, it was also great to see the quality of senior men and women stepping up to represent Geelong United FC at the Victorian Intercity Cup next month.
Unbelievably good standard on Monday night. Generally don't go away from trials excited, as I see so many of them these days, and we've had 8 trials across Victoria, but definitely left the Geelong trial really excited. Thought a couple of age groups were fantastic, some really good young talent came out. But also in the men and women, Geelong United should be pretty strong. We had the Japanese girls from Geelong came along, a couple of other MPL girls, so we should be pretty strong in the women. And also in the men, we had obviously Ante there and a few of the Corio boys, as well as some of the boys from Geelong Rangers like Ricky Marazi and those types of players. So really, really looking strong on all fronts, Geelong at the moment.
That was Corey Smith from the Australian Futsal Association. All players who trialled to represent Victoria Country will be notified by email in the coming weeks of their results. Western United officials have expressed their disappointment in not being able to play last night's friendly against the North Geelong Warriors in Geelong due to the lack of an adequate A-League standard facility available to host the FFA-sanctioned match. Speaking on last night's Football Out West show on FNR Football Nation Radio, Western United Football Operations Manager Steve Horvath did hint, however, the new A-League club was in deep negotiations to stage a pre-season hit-out at GMHBA Stadium, its home venue for the next 2 seasons, as part of next month's Festival of Sport.
A week before the season, we'll be down at Cardinia Park over those 2 days. We're just working through something at the moment. We may be playing a game on Cardinia Park on the Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be out at the Festival of Sport, which is now in its second year, where we'll be running some fan engagement stuff. We'll have our inflatables out there. The kids can come and meet the players and those sort of things. We tried to play a game in the pre-season down there, but FFA need to sanction all the games we play in the pre-season, so the facilities just didn't quite stack up in terms of us being able to play this game down in Geelong.
That was the Geelong-based Football Operations Director for Western United, Steve Horvath, speaking on last night's Football Out West show, which was staged as a live outside broadcast at the Caroline Springs George Cross Soccer Club, where the match against the Warriors was held. If you'd like to listen to the entire interview with Horvath, go to the Football Out West News Facebook page. The full replay of last night's show is pinned to the top of the page. For the record, a very youthful North Geelong did extremely well against its more fancied A-League opposition, going down to Western United by just 2-0 in front of more than 2,000 spectators. Geelong Rangers will be staging a very special and emotional kick-off for Sophia Day this coming Saturday at Myers Reserve in remembrance of young Sophia Gall, a member of the Rangers family whose life was tragically cut short by osteosarcoma of the hips and pelvis, a type of bone cancer, at the tender age of just 16 years. Starting at 1 p.m. with the under-14 girls game between Rangers and North Geelong, the day will run through until 7 p.m. with the conclusion of the Women's Division 1 game between Rangers and Bell Park. The senior men's team will also be in action at 3 p.m. in their final State 2 League match of the season against Hume United, with the players wearing a specially designed one-off kit just for the occasion. According to Louise McCluskey from the Geelong Rangers Soccer Club, it is going to be a very special day indeed.
It's Sophia's round this Saturday at Geelong Rangers. Sophia passed away in June 2018 after a mighty battle with osteosarcoma. Over her journey, Sophia and her family were supported by 2 charities, Koala and Challenge Kids Cancer Foundations. We are raising money at Geelong Rangers for both of these charities. As well as having colourful beanie nights throughout the week, on Saturday all senior teams are playing in a specially designed kit, inspired by Sophia's favourite colours and incorporating the colour yellow for kids' cancer. All the tops are going to be auctioned off on the day. We also have an afternoon tea, there's a rip or door prize, we've got raffles, silent auctions, cocktails and live music. The action kicks off from 1 o'clock and will continue until the early evening.
That was Lou McCluskey from the Rangers talking about the special day remembering Sophia Gall that is planned for this coming Saturday up at Myers Reserve. Football Victoria's Competitions Department has advised the Geelong Region clubs that the timings for the 2019 Geelong Region Grand Final Series have now been confirmed. The Women's Division 1 Grand Final will kick off on Saturday 21st of September at the usual time of 3 p.m, while the next day the Men's Division 1 Grand Final will kick off at a later time of 5 p.m. in order to accommodate all the games on the Sunday. Both boys under 12 divisions, as well as girls under 12 and under 14, and Women's Division 1 and Division 2 Grand Finals will be held on the Saturday, while all the other boys junior and all 3 men's Division Grand Finals will be held on the Sunday. The venue for this year's Grand Final is the Drysdale Sports Precinct, with Drysdale Soccer Club the hosting club. To find out the exact kick-off times of all the semi-finals and Grand Finals, visit www.ffbgeelong.com.au. And now for the weather forecast for tomorrow, Thursday the 5th of September. Partly cloudy day with a shower or two, most likely in the late afternoon and early evening. Generally light winds throughout the day and becoming even lighter towards the evening. The expected overnight low tonight will be down to 7 degrees, while the expected maximum during the day tomorrow will hit 17 degrees. We are urgently seeking sponsors and or a business to ensure the Nightly Bulletin continues beyond this week. If you are interested to find out more, drop us an email at communitysportsmedia@gmail.com or private message us at our Facebook page, Geelong Region Soccer News, or contact us on 0402 012 716. And that was the news for tonight's edition of the Geelong Region Soccer News Nightly Bulletin, which is proudly sponsored by Hello World Travel Geelong West. Good night.